showcase that.
To inspire everyone to solve real-world problems and embrace challenges while developing a product.
Today marks the final day of graVITas 2022, the mega Techno-Management Fest spread across 3 days of lively events and knowledge-filled workshops.
This is your host Rishwin.
And this is your host Lakshmi. And we would like to heartily welcome you to the closing ceremony of graVITas 2022.
Now to begin with, we would like to invite Ayushi to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the graVITas Organizing Committee, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome our Chief Guest of Honor, Vice President, Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Administrative and Department Heads, Deans, Directors, members of Team graVITas 22, professors, staff, students, external participants who have joined us for this event, and the representatives from the press and media to the valedictory ceremony of graVITas 22. In the past 2 days, we have seen innovation, creativity, and dedication of VITians in making graVITas 22 a huge success. Once again, I welcome everyone to the valedictory ceremony of the annual Techno-Management Carnival of VIT.
Thank you, Ayushi.
Next up, we have Professor Arunachalam Sir, convener of graVITas 2022, for the report presentation.
Thank you. Good evening all. Good evening all the respected dignitaries on the dais, esteemed guests, my fellow faculty members, all the students who have gathered here today, and the representatives from the press and media. After a span of 2 years, the offline version of the annual Techno-Management Fest of VIT, the 13th edition of graVITas, powered by our title sponsor Autodesk and co-sponsored by our Schneider Electric, was conducted and we are nearing its end. It's my privilege to give the report of graVITas 22 with over 23 pre-graVITas events and 120 graVITas events hosted by 65 clubs and chapters of VIT. We conducted a wide variety of innovative and enlightening events in every avenue of engineering. Events like megathons involving prototyping, coding, idea-making competitions, insightful workshops, informative seminars, hackathons, gaming, and healthcare were all a part of each tech festival and engaged in non-stopping learning and fun for the students and us. The graVITas kicked off with the pre-graVITas events conducted from 23rd to 25th of September. There were 16 technical events and 6 management events with the footfall of being 6,000 plus. The graVITas event started on 29 September and went on till today, catering almost 120 technical events and over 30 management events. The footfall of graVITas was near about 9,000 plus, with overall footfall being over 15,000. Our chief guest, Dr. Satish Reddy, Scientific Advisor to Raksha Mantri, and guest of honor, Dr. Deepankar Bhattacharya, Head India and Education Experiences, Autodesk, and Ms. Chitra Sukumar, Vice President R&D, Schneider Electric, came together and inspired the crowd, inspired the students and faculty with their insightful speeches during the inauguration ceremony. Necessity is the mother of innovation. Keeping this thought in the mind, graVITas 22 focuses on the theme Innovate, Iterate, Implement, aimed on encouraging young minds to empathize with the problems around us, think out of the box, pivot oneself with the focus while identifying the constraints in the solution, and then implement those solutions in collaboration with international universities and industries through knowledge and compassion. graVITas also hosted a startup fair on 24th September, a leading accelerator for technical startups that took place with great enthusiasm. It was jointly organized by graVITas 22 Committee, VIT Alumni Association, ESEL, IAC, and ITBI. A total of 32 startups showcased by 14 different institutions participated in the fair and had a footfall of around 12,000 plus participants. which provided great exposure to all participants about the evolving world of startups and entrepreneurship. Right from those insightful words of our Honorable Chancellor Dr.G.Viswanathan in the opening ceremony, to those jam-packed stalls, to engrossing shows, to those dynamic tech events, the fest truly brought us all together to think and work in a sustainable fashion. graVITas has always been an integral venture of the university, where we embrace students from all over India and abroad. I would like to acknowledge the enthusiasm shown by our participants with over 12,000 plus internal students and 2,000 plus external students. Among this, we had 3,300 female participants too. The graVITas 22 witnessed participants from all over the country, as we had participants from almost every state. Our fest even garnered international participants who came all the way from Singapore and Canada to attend the events, even with this short notice. This year, events focusing on various genres like as astronomy management were also included in the graVITas. We conducted several flagship events like RoboWars, Indian Drone Racing League, Aerodominator, which had a plethora of creativity coupled with mind-boggling technical outlook. Each of these events provided exciting cash prizes, with the prize money being as high as 2,25,000 and with an overall prize pool of 20 lakhs. We cannot forget to mention those food stall and the team display stalls, which catered everyone's attention. From food items to Polaroids to painted canvas, everything was just fascinating. Corporate stalls were also put up by our sponsors, L&T EduTech, Maven Silicon, SmartBridge, which imparted valuable knowledge to all our participants. graVITas couldn't have taken place without the support of our sponsors, the main sponsors Autodesk and Schneider Electric, and HPE Enterprises, which exclusively sponsored a hackathon called Odyssey. I would like to thank other supporting sponsors, in particular V-Link, SafeZone, ROX, who encompassed their trust in us and made graVITas a huge success. Apart from the above mentioned, there were over 50 sponsors supporting our various events in the fest. Last but not the least, the graVITas Committee of VIT Vellore, comprising over 25 student organizers, 450 plus student managers, coordinators, volunteers, and over 40 faculty organizers, 65 faculty coordinators who managed to successfully coordinate and execute the events, set up the venues, and made the necessary arrangements which helped pull off a mammoth event like graVITas. Thank you all once again.
Thank you, sir.
Now we would like to respect our respected Vice President, Mr. Sankar Vishwanathan sir, to honor the chief guest.
We would now like to request sir to honor the guest of honor as well.
Thank you, sir.
We now request our beloved Vice Chancellor, Dr. Rambabu Kodali sir, to felicitate the gathering.
Good evening to everyone. Mostly here 150 great inventors are here. Last 1 year, mostly we are working on the particular project, displayed your projects in the exhibition, and mostly some other people got the prize also. Before going to come here, just 10 minutes I had to spend in my chamber. Just reading regarding the great inventor, Sakachi Toyoda. He born in 1985. At the age of 18, he wanted to serve the society. Why I'm going to discuss this particular name, I think mostly you know that, with the Sakachi Toyoda, mechanical engineering students. Founded by the, what is that? Mostly you know the Toyota Motor Company? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yeah. So one of the best organization. This is founded by the Sakachi Toyoda at the age of 18. Mostly people are 18, 19 years old itself. Always you have a lot of aspirations out there. The aspiration in the sense here we have to serve the society. That's a very, very important itself. How to serve the society is you have to identify that what are the real problems are there. That time, the farmers are facing the problem to improve the productivity itself. Automation is not there. Look at that here. Automation is not there. How to go for the automation? By that way, you can increase the productivity at the same time quality. Now, I'm coming to that. Yesterday, Honorable Prime Minister of India inaugurated what? 5G. For what purpose? For what purpose? There is a big advertisement also there in all the newspapers. The 5G is going to enhance that, the automation, productivity, or communication between the machine, one machine to the another machine. Or is it above? Now, why I'm going to say that here, you had to look at that. What things are going on in the world? Mostly you heard about that Industrial Revolution 4.0. Yes? Yes or no? Then what is Industrial Revolution 4.0? Only transforming the information to one machine to another machine? Or otherwise, you want to focus on more automation. By that way, you can enhance the quality and productivity? Before going to do that one, Industrial Revolution 4.0, automation itself, how you are going to develop the sensor, how you are going to develop IoT, how you are going to move it. First, my advice to all the great inventors, you people, first you should know that what is the Industrial Revolution 1. Yes or no? The second one is you should know that what is the Industrial Revolution 2. And you should know that what is the Industrial Revolution 3. Now, why I'm going to say that period 1900 to the 2000 itself is 1900 to the 1950 is the second industrial revolution. That time there is one person again, Henry Ford. He gone for the lot of innovations, develop that transfer line and increase the productivity and cost is reduced. What is that? Cost is reduced. That's where it is. Now, the third one is here, we missed that. India has missed the Industrial Revolution 1 and 2, but we didn't miss the Industrial Revolution 3.0, the digital India itself. The great people, and Narayan Murthy, so many people developed that various inventions at the same time moved to the next higher level. It's very, very simple here. I would like to put in front of you. How you are going to take the industrial revolution at the same time, how you are going to take our nation from developing nation to the developed nation, that's important. Yes or no? For that, what is required is here, critical thinking. What is that? Critical thinking and design thinking itself. How to enhance the critical thinking, that is, you won't get the critical thinking by reading any book at all. What is required is here, just we have to look at that, the concepts. What is that? Concepts, again, put the question mark. What is the industrial revolution? What is AI? What is artificial? What is intelligence? and enhance your thinking process. By that way here, you can develop that very great product or the process itself. So here, that is, you have to take the India to the next level, that is developing nation to the developed nation. Kindly look at that, what is our vision and mission of India is very simple. The first one is Digital India, yes. The second one is Make in India. The third one is Atmanirbhar Bharat. That's a very, very important, I hope, and we are going to take the India to the next level, that is the developed nation itself. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Now, we would like to call upon Advaja to introduce the guest of honor.
Good evening to everyone gathered here. I'm profoundly delighted to take this opportunity to introduce the guest of honor for the day, Mr. Amresh Kumar, who is the Senior Engineering Manager of Hewlett-Packard Enterprises, India. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation. Hewlett-Packard Enterprises always surprises us with their innovative solution for the modern day technological needs. All the latest technological needs like artificial intelligence, machine learning, cloud service are exceptionally handled by HPE Limited, and the research and development department played an exceptional part in making them the leaders of the industry. It is of no doubt that the highly valuable experience of more than 24 years of Mr. Amresh Kumar has shaped the success of HPE Limited. His vast experience includes end-to-end enterprise product lifecycle management from inception to obsolescence in various domains like storage, computing, banking, and insurance. He has managed large programs and evangelized products at various worldwide customer and field-facing events. He is a leader that not only brings laurel to his company but also inspires his colleagues their very best to the cause. His role in developing the HPE backup and recovery tools for VMware is really commendable. He has a placid relationship with VIT as the HPE ambassador under the HPE University relation for more than 7 years. He has always worked for bridging the gap between academia and industry. He is a key contributor in strategizing, leading, and executing HPE CTY Catch Them Young initiative as a new approach to provide opportunities to students to work on industry problems under HPE mentorship and get them to be industry ready day one. It is with utmost pride that I introduce to you the guest of honor, someone who has seen it all and who has learned from all. There is no one more qualified to be the guest of honor than our very own Mr. Amresh Kumar. Without any further delay, I call upon Mr. Amresh Kumar to enlighten us with his words of true wisdom.
Good evening. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Honorable Vice President, Pro Vice Chancellor, and all dignitaries on the dais, dear students, one and all present here. It's very, very nice and very good to see. Again, we are meeting in graVITas face to face after a gap of 2 years, right? And I'm really privileged to be part of the graVITas. We were just looking around, as always, graVITas is like a mega event, right? 13,000 plus students and 140 events. People are working late nights and participating, and enthusiasm, energy, 3 days, you know. I think it's a mammoth effort, and I'm sure that entire VIT family, along with the passionate students, deserve a big round of applause for managing and organizing this so seamlessly, right? So keep it up and continue the same momentum, and I'm sure that we will have more wonderful events in the future as well, right? Okay, so this Hewlett-Packard Enterprise and VIT has established a strong partnership over last 7.5 years. And I'm fortunate to contribute to this relationship from HP side, and I thank to VIT team, especially Dr. Samuel and Dr. Karthi, for their continued support in strengthening this relationship. And I'm very feel proud to be part of the graVITas. Right. Now, if we'll go and look at the edition of the graVITas, we all know this is a 13th edition of the graVITas, right? But you may not be knowing that this is a 5th year for Hewlett-Packard Enterprise, continuous in a row, to be part of the graVITas. Correct? So whenever the graVITas come, I feel like, and we all as an HPE family feel like it's an HPE event, right? So I think this is what the relationship we have earned so far in last 7 years, right? If we look at the theme of the event, of course, it's innovation. I will just talk about, little bit share my own thoughts on the innovation. Innovation, as you all know, that is no longer an option, but a necessity, right? And it's one of the critical success factor for any and every organization to survive and thrive. So it should be, I request all the students to take the innovation as a part of daily life, right? Don't think that innovation is something big which you have to work and one fine day I will do something good in innovation. I don't think that day will ever come, right? And you have to see whatever you do every day, you have to find out the unique way you are doing and take it to the next level. Be ready for the failure, learn from the failure, and have a calculated risk. It's all part of the innovation process. Right? So never ever take this as a big thing, and right now I don't think it is for me kind of thing. Just get away from all those thoughts. I'm sure that each one of us has some capability and ability to think differently. And that's what we have to identify, and that's all is the innovation is all about, is in my view. Right? And on the innovation side also, if you look at the HPE, innovation is the DNA of HPE, and we advance the way people live and work. This is our promise and this is our purpose. Right? And while interfacing with the VIT, one problem which generally the academia and industry always try to solve, and they have achieved success in solving that also. So what is the problem? We always think that the students, how to get the students more and more industry exposure, right? So all the academia and industry work together, and they found out various avenues which may enable students to get an industry exposure. Could be industrial visit, could be seminars, could be like those things. But those all events are very short duration, and may not fulfill the need what the industry and academia wants, right? So in that space, in order to address that space, Hewlett-Packard Enterprise has come up with one innovative way of engaging students early in the cycle of the academia, that is the 5th semester onwards, and that name of that approach, innovative approach, is HPE CTY, Catch Them Young. Right, so in that initiative, what we do, we engage with the students when they are in between 5th to 6th semester, and we engage not for a day or two, we engage for 5 to 6 months. And we, in the HPE, the technologists, they come up with the industry problems and look at what are the problems are worthy to solve by the students, and they engage with the students as the HPE mentors for 6 months. Along with that, we also invite faculty members from the college. First thing, to give them also an exposure of the industry problem, and second, to take their mentorship to make this whole engagement successful by supporting the students. So this is how we organize whole thing, and we make sure that the students are not only getting an exposure of the real world life problem, how to solve, get the mentorship, but also be industry ready right from the day one, before even entering into the internship. So that is why we do it early in the cycle, and we make sure that students take the full advantage of this. Right? You all will be, 70 plus students from VIT. From the last year, we implemented the CTY, HPE CTY last year. So last year and this year, 70 students participated into this. They solved 20 unique industry problems with the help of 15 HPE mentors and 10 college mentors. And that was, really, really very good when we engage with the students. So with this, I want to leave all of you with the one message that, keep dreaming big, keep innovating, and keep enjoying. That's more important. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We are absolutely honored by your presence.
Now, we would like to call upon Rishikesh to introduce the chief guest.
Good evening. It gives me immense pleasure in introducing Ms.Cynthia Swarnalatha, Vice President of Software Engineering for Compute Business Group and HPE India R&D leader. She is a senior engineering leader with 30 years of experience in the enterprise software development industry and has held global leadership roles with top technology companies in different technology domains. She is experienced in policy decision making and providing site leadership, budget management, interfacing with onshore and offshore development teams, business partners, and vendors. She also has a track record of success in a geographically distributed and dynamic work environment. Having served as the Senior Customer Support Executive at Wipro, Project Manager at Motorola, Software Development Manager at Cisco, and Engineering Director at NetApp and Intuit Platform, she has strong people and leadership skills, high employee engagement, and open communication. She has spoken on several panels and platforms to convey her views and has been recognized for innovation and thought leadership in software engineering. She has served on the NASSCOM Product Council for Karnataka. She is the executive sponsor for HPE's startup accelerator program called Digital Catalyst and is a charter member of TIE Bangalore, where she has the opportunity to contribute to the startup ecosystem. We are indeed grateful to have you here with us today, ma'am. Kindly enlighten the audience with a few words.
Okay, I'm missing my glasses, but I'll probably kind of try and strain a little bit. So, good evening. Respected Vice President of VIT, Vice Chancellor, Pro Vice Chancellor, heads of departments, faculty members, distinguished guests, and my dear students. First of all, I want to thank your Chancellor, Mr. G. Viswanathan, for having invited me, and the pleasure is all mine to be here. Actually, I have made at least more than half a dozen visits to Vellore in the last 18 months. And I have a cousin who stays 5 minutes from VIT, and every time I tell him, I have to go to VIT, and he says the same thing, I never found the time. So when I got this invitation, I said, I just can't refuse this. So I made this day trip from Bangalore today to be here in your midst. The pleasure is mine. Thank you again for inviting me. First, this gravitas, the scale that I have been hearing is mind-boggling. I want to first congratulate the convener, the working committee, and all of the students here for pulling off a fantastic event. I mean, this is by no means a scale that I'm hearing. It's not something very simple, right? I mean, it must have taken probably months of preparation for you all to pull off an event of this scale. So first of all, congratulations on all of the hard work and the preparation. So So this campus is, as Amresh said, this campus is very, very special to Hewlett-Packard Enterprise. Now, the reason we come to campus is, we find something very special with millennials. Students, a significant part of my organization is students that we hire as college grads who come into the organization, and most enterprises today are invested in academia because they realize the potential that you students carry. You are tech savvy, you can multitask, you're fearless, you are good with technology, right? I mean, I can just go on. And it is important for us to tap that talent. And these traits, right, and typically we've seen youngsters coming and challenging us, right? Ability to think out of the box. That is so, so important. We say that you can't keep doing the same thing again and again and expect for different results. You can't. You need to have diversity of thought. Now, coming to that, and that's why we are so invested in academia, and that's why we want to come into colleges, not just for hiring, we want to develop a relationship with academia, and therefore VIT is very, very important to us. Now, there are two observations. I was given a tour of your campus, and I have two observations to share. First of all, I think, thank the founders of this institution. You have a fabulous campus. Just fantastic. Anything but short of world class. So congratulations, and you should be very, very proud to work here. The second observation I made was the diversity that I noticed, right? Not just when we say, it's not just diversity of gender. I saw a lot of female students, right? And this is very unique to India. You find a lot of students, girl students in STEM, right? Which is not so easy in Western countries. So that is one. And I also found that there are students from different parts of the country. And this diversity makes this campus very, very special. So, I think, you should give an applause to your founders and your faculty and your management for making sure that you have this diversity. And why does diversity matter? Diversity matters because it is very closely tied to innovation. And let me tell you very briefly how, right? Diversity provokes thought. You must have heard that companies that have diverse employee population are actually more productive and more profitable. It doesn't matter that, you just hire all, okay, I have a quota system, right? So many people everywhere, and so I'm hiring, and so I become productive. Nothing happens automatically. The reason that diversity provokes thought is when you're in a room of the same kind of people, what happens? You all think the same. There is nobody challenging you, right? But when you are in a room with people of different backgrounds, cultures, upbringing, right, values, and backgrounds, then everybody is a little tentative. Everybody is tentative as I don't know how much the other person knows, so you're better prepared, right? So that's what actually works in diverse environments. There's a lot of hard work, the best of ideas come out, and that's why diversity actually provokes thought and leads to innovation. Okay? So that's the link I want to call between diversity and innovation. Now, one of the theme of graVITas, innovate, iterate, implement, just resonated with me because these are the same values and beliefs in a culture of innovation that we foster at Hewlett-Packard Enterprise. For us, some of our beliefs are fail fast, learn fast, right? And make sure that you are able to prove that you can deliver whatever, right? The power of yes, we can. So for me, this is very, very close to my heart. For us, we believe that advancing the way people live, learn, right, is what technology is here to do. We don't look at technology for technology's sake if that technology cannot add value to the humankind. So the other thing is, I was so impressed with iterate and implement, because if you are in a real world product development, you can never get it all right the first time. So if you are developing a product, like look at all the startups, right? They take huge risks. Now what do? They have an idea, a concept. They come up and then they do they have the entire product? No. What they try to do is a minimum viable product. And then you get feedback, then you iterate, then you add more requirements, you add features before it becomes a full-blown product. The reason to do it is because you know if you're not doing something right, you have early feedback, you fail fast, you have an opportunity to improvise, iterate and implement. Now, innovation is the cornerstone for survival of any companies. Companies that did not adapt with technology, with the change, no longer exist in the world today. So innovation is important, whether it's product, processes, services, or whether it is business models. And why is it important? Because it is just for you to stay relevant in this world, just to stay sustainable. So innovation is not an afterthought, and innovation cannot be an option any longer, right? When we talk of innovation, we are telling you go and do something groundbreaking. Keep improvising in every small thing that you can. Every challenge that you are presented with is an opportunity for innovation, right? Let me give you two examples, two things that all of us in this room should be immensely proud of with what India did. How many of you here do not use a GPay or a PhonePe or a Paytm? Can I have a show of hands? Any other app? So one of the things that India did was to leverage the digitization of the economy, leveraging the India stack to deliver a presenceless, paperless and cashless service delivery. This was phenomenal for the rest of the world to follow. Today when I go abroad, I need to carry a credit card. Most often the security that you have here in India, my card has always been hacked. Sitting in India, somebody would have swiped it somewhere else, right? Because whereas here you have so much of security despite us going online, doing so many things. This is something that the rest of the world is really here to emulate. The second thing that we should be all proud of during the pandemic, right? With a country of 1.4 billion people, we quickly came up with the COVID portal to be able to track COVID vaccinations, administer and manage this entire process. Today, there are some countries where you go, you still have to wait for a paper certificate. Here it is all in your fingertips. Take your vaccination certificate, put it in DigiLocker. You are at an airport, wherever, you just have it at the tip of your fingers to show, right? So when I mean technology, this is exactly what I mean. In fact, when we had during COVID, one of the things where HPE partnered with the government of India was to develop the Arogya Setu app, because it helped us in contact tracing, it helped us with management of containment zones, and with 200 million subscribers on this app, it definitely helped the situation then. So innovation in different ways. A couple of things I want to be also talk about, right, in terms of innovation. Your innovation today is not about, it has to touch the lives of people, it has to contribute to nation building. I just want to use this opportunity to share a few things that we are doing, right, towards this contribution of nation building and partnering with the Indian government to touch the lives of people. We have partnered with the government to actually build the largest private cloud for UIDAI, which is nothing but the Aadhaar infrastructure. We are even involved in modernizing applications for that. All of this, most of this runs on HPE gear. The largest public sector bank, State Bank of India, uses a Superdome computer series for carrying out their digital transaction, which runs to more than 1 billion transactions per year in a secure manner. Today, you must have seen the newspaper about Indore being called this cleanest city, right? So we are working with the government of India to launch smart city solutions for about 7 cities in Madhya Pradesh and about 13 to 14 cities across India. LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India, their entire SAP system runs on HPE infrastructure. Indian Oil Corporation, SAIL, ONGC, Maruti, right, they run their entire dealer management infrastructure on HPE gear. The entire 4G and 5G systems for Reliance runs on HPE systems. The meteorological department uses our supercomputer, Cray computers, for their meteorological and weather forecasting business. We are partnering currently with the Registrar General of India to actually work with them on births, deaths, census, and all of the other connected services using AI, artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies. So very soon, we'll have the demography of India connected, and it will change the way that you start consuming these services. So with the examples that I gave you, with our presence in, say, manufacturing, telecom, finance, banking, telco, insurance, we are touching your life almost in one way or the other on a daily basis, right? So that's what we want innovation to do. Innovation is here to make something, technology is here to make something better. The world is, however, changing rapidly. Even the way you learn will soon change. How many of you thought that online learning was, even at this scale, was something that would be a reality till the pandemic hit us, right? Going forward, look at the technologies like virtual reality, augmented reality, and 3D printing that will revolutionize learning. So, educational institutions will also have to kind of keep pace with these technological innovations to make sure that they offer the best. We will also see innovation in the space of blue ocean technologies like metaverse, Web 3.0, quantum computing. All of this will change the way that you live, play, learn, consume entertainment, how you conduct business, and so on. So, from what we have seen, I've kind of been in this industry for more than 3 decades. I joined this industry when we didn't have an email ID to start with, right? Can you even imagine that? To the revolutions that we have seen, and this is where we are today. What is proven time and again is that change is the only constant, right? And therefore you need to gear yourself up. I want to leave you with 3 key takeaways. All of you are studying here, you are blessed to have such a fantastic learning infrastructure. Leave your comfort zones. Life outside this campus, as you enter the real world, is actually a little different. Prepare yourself to work hard, anticipate and accept failures, take risks, make sure that you're constantly adapting, most importantly, communicate. You have to realize that the world does not owe you anything, right? And if at all the pandemic has taught us, what has it taught us? That life is uncertain. People who lived yesterday are no longer here today. You will have good days, you will have bad days. And celebrate every small success, and most importantly, this is most important, while you go through this journey, have a ton of fun. Okay? The second one, while you're preparing to learn and you're kind of learning all kind of technologies, new skills, and entering the real world, it's fantastic, but also prepare to unlearn. Because you are now in the 4th industrial revolution, as Sir said, right? Artificial intelligence, robotics, the Internet of Things, quantum computing, all of these things will change your life going forward. And what your college is preparing you is not just for the job market. They are making sure that they are preparing you to be the architects of the future of a real world that you live in. The last one, wherever you are, I want you to remember that you are a brand ambassador of your institution and your country. Most important, right? What you do and what you do not do will reflect on your institution and this country, right? Take pride. And I just want to close with one quote from Albert Einstein. Logic will take you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. So thank you very much for this opportunity, and I wish VIT great success.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wise words and your presence with us today.
Now moving on to the most awaited segment of today's evening, the prize distribution. We would like to call upon Purvaja to announce the winners.
I would now like to call upon our chief guest to give away the prizes for scavenger quest. The first prize goes to Patil Juvi and team. The second prize goes to Josh and team. The third prize goes to Harshit and team. Moving forward, we will be presenting the award for the next event, Quantum. The first prize is backed by Aparna and team. Second prize goes to Anika. Third prize is backed by Harshit and team. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to call upon the guest of honor to distribute the prizes for the event, Odyssey. The first prize goes to Hardik and team. The second prize goes to Sameer Phalkar and team. The third prize is backed by Nimisha Kumari and team. Moving forward with the next event, Hybrid Cryptic Hunt. The first prize is backed by Alok Mathur and team. Second prize is backed by Mohammad Naqib and team. The third prize is backed by Aditya Nair and team. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Purvaja, and congratulations to all the winners. To conclude this event on a high note and acknowledge the presence and efforts of everyone who made graVITas a success, we would now like to call upon Sachin for the vote of thanks.
A warm and wonderful evening to everyone present here. Any event can be successful with people who devote their precious times and resources to ensure that everything is flawless. I deem it a great honor to propose the vote of thanks in behalf of the graVITas 22 Organizing Committee. First and foremost, I would like to thank our Honorable Chancellor for his motivation and support. It is my privilege to thank our Chief Guest, Ms.Cynthia Swarnalatha, and our Guest of Honor, Mr.Amresh Kumar, for accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion. I wholeheartedly thank our Vice Presidents, Assistant Vice President, and Executive Director for their enormous support. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our Vice Chancellor, Pro-Vice Chancellor, and Registrar for their guidance and support. I want to thank our title sponsor, Autodesk, and co-sponsor, Schneider Electric, and other sponsors, especially HPE, for their contribution to several events throughout the fest. I am extremely thankful to the deans, directors, faculty, and staff members for blessing us with their presence. I would like to thank the convener, co-conveners, faculty organizers, and the student organizing committee who have worked tirelessly to make graVITas 22 a grand success. My sincere thanks to the heads and members of various administrative departments, in specific Office of Registrar, Event Management, Student Welfare, Alumni Affairs, Purchase, Stores, Finance, CTS, Estates, Student Outreach, Corporate Communications and Media for their untiring efforts and support. We are indebted to all the students and external participants all over the world for their active participation and making graVITas 22 a tremendous success. A special mention to the members of the press and media for their continued support. An event of this scale cannot happen overnight. I thank all the faculty coordinators and the members of various clubs and chapters for toiling day and night and making this event spectacular and memorable for all of us. I thank all of you again from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Sachin.
With that, we come to the end of today's closing ceremony. graVITas 22 was a journey and an experience beyond words.
However, what often feels like the end is a door to a new beginning. With that, we would like to conclude today's event.
Lastly, I would request all of you to stand up in your respective positions for the national anthem.
जन मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाए तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाता जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Signing off, this is your host Rishwin.
And this is your host Lakshmi. Thank you and have a great day ahead.